Hey everyone, I'm Marisa. On April 24th, Google made a headline that sent shockwaves through the tech world. Google announced an investment of up to $40 billion in Anthropic, $10 billion in immediate cash, with $30 billion more tied to performance milestones. Anthropic's valuation, $350 billion. And just days earlier, Amazon announced a $25 billion commitment of its own. Every headline called it the same thing. The AI arms race escalating. Today, I want to show you what's actually happening underneath that headline. Part 1. The news. $40 billion, but where does the money go? Anthropic is the company behind Claude, OpenAI's most credible rival, founded by former OpenAI researchers focused on AI safety, now valued at $350 billion. Google's $40 billion sounds like a massive bet, but read the contract terms, and you find something strange. Anthropic will use this capital to purchase compute from Google Cloud's custom TPU chips. Separately, Anthropic has already committed to spending over $100 billion on Amazon Web Services infrastructure over the next decade, which means Google writes a $40 billion check with the left hand and collects it back as cloud revenue with the right. Amazon does the same with its $25 billion. This isn't a bet. This is the most expensive customer acquisition strategy in Silicon Valley history. I call it the $40 billion boomerang. The money leaves, makes one loop, and comes home. Part 2. The capital layer. Why is Google funding its own competitor? Here's where it gets genuinely bizarre, and most people missed it. Google is simultaneously building Gemini, Claude's direct competitor. The same company is Anthropic's largest investor, Anthropic's cloud infrastructure landlord, and Anthropic's head-to-head model rival. This combination has almost no precedent in business history. So why would Google structure things this way? Because Google doesn't actually care whether Claude or Gemini wins the model war. What Google cares about is this: whoever wins, the compute has to run through Google. Models are tenants. Infrastructure is the landlord. Google isn't betting on AI's future. Google is making sure it owns the land that AI's future is built on, regardless of who builds it. Part 3. The paradox. Is Anthropic the winner or Google's most expensive customer? On the surface, Anthropic looks like the winner. $40 billion in fresh capital, $350 billion valuation, enough runway to train the next generation of models. But trace the money. Google invests $10 billion, cash arrow enters Anthropic's account. Anthropic buys Google Cloud Compute, arrow money flows back to Google. Amazon invests $5 billion, cash arrow enters Anthropic's account. Anthropic commits $100 billion to AWS, arrow money flows back to Amazon. In this diagram, Anthropic is a transit point for capital, not the destination. The real question worth asking: with $350 billion in valuation and cloud contracts locking it to its investors' infrastructure, how strategically independent is Anthropic actually? When your largest investor is simultaneously your cloud provider and your direct competitor, how free are your decisions? The $40 billion headline is the narrative. The cloud services contract is the reality. The gap between those two things is where the real power lives. Do you think Anthropic is the real winner here, or Google's most expensive paying customer? A. Anthropic wins, capital and independence, /B. Google wins, the money always comes home. I'm Marisa. See you next time.